Hey guys, welcome to my video. This is a part 2 of answering your period questions. Part 1 is already up on my YouTube channel and I will link it below. But basically, I just got your questions from Instagram and answered them, and hope you enjoy. Someone said, any tips for the sensory hell that is bleeding and having to live in that blood, in pain, etc. Yeah, I think that periods can be especially terrifying for neurodivergent and autistic people with sensory sensitivities. It's literally the worst. I think that the menstrual cup for me has been a lifesaver because it doesn't really feel like I'm on my period if I don't have pain. Like, I don't feel it and I only have to dump it out like maximum once or twice a day. So this is like, to me, way better than a pad or a tampon. But you know, like I said, like at night I do wear period underwear and it is really uncomfortable when like I can feel the blood coming out of me, and it's also like I'm sitting in it and like I like to keep a little like wet wipe in the bathroom. So in the morning I just like wipe the whole exterior of like my vulva and stuff and like my butt area because it has blood on it and I can't with the smell too. Like, that's the one thing about period underwear is like I was not rinsing it out after using them and now they kind of smell bad. So I need to get new ones and like actually rinse them out after I use them. That's one way that you can relieve that, but honestly it's hard to avoid. I mean, it's your body is doing things, and yeah. I also find that gardening really helps on my period, if you know what I mean. Someone said, is your coochie supposed to smell on your period? Yes, that is normal. It's literally the insides of your uterus coming out of you. So yes, it's gonna smell. Someone said, because I am also non-binary, someone asked, as a non-binary babe, how do I get better at handling the dysmorphia that is slowly creeping in? Thanks. So I used to experience pre-period gender dysphoria. I don't so much experience that anymore. I used to like full on question my gender before every period. Like probably a couple years ago, when I was PMSing, I was so fucking dysphoric and like so uncomfortable in my body before my period. So I can absolutely like relate to that. I feel you. That is a thing. I do think that I did a lot of like inner healing and like coming to terms with the fact that I don't want to change my body. I'm not a non-binary person that wants to like physically alter my body. I just find that like my gender identity, it does vary from what my body looks like, but I had to kind of come to terms with the fact that like my body is gonna look like this for the rest of my life. Like, this is just kind of the body I was born in, and I'm just making peace with that more. Like, obviously if you're trans, that's a different story. I'm non-binary, gender fluid, and so I feel like my gender just changes, and my gender expression like kind of changes a lot day to day, week to week, month to month even. Like, there was a period of time where I felt like my gender like really like gravitated towards like the man spectrum. Like, I was not feeling like a man, but just like really more towards that like masculine energy. And now I feel like I have like embodied a lot of that masculine energy, but I just basically like wear and identify as like what makes me most comfortable. My pronouns are they, she, but yeah, I think honestly just like working on accepting my body really helped me in this area. Being non-binary doesn't mean that you're uncomfortable with your body, but I was just uncomfortable with my body, and I think that's what was causing me so much stress and pain around my period and dysphoria. And so yeah, I think like inner healing really helped with that. Like reading books, The Body Is Not an Apology is an amazing, incredible book that really helped me with body acceptance. The First Sex it's an older book, but I found it at a used bookstore, and like it really changed my perspective on things. Body Neutral by Jessie Nealand was a really great book. I don't know if that helps you, but that's kind of what I did. This is kind of a cool question. Someone asked, do you track your cycle? What with? Do you adapt your yoga routine to it? Great question. And trigger warning, EDs, do you adapt your nutrition routine to it? Love your content so much. I really appreciate this like well thought out question. So yes, I do track my cycle. I use the app Stardust. I just recently like started using it and I'm obsessed with it because it like, I don't know, it's like it goes more into like the moon phases. Like it's more like if you're into astrology and if you're into like, I don't know, like if you're a spiritual girly, you might really enjoy that app. I do adapt my yoga routine to it. Absolutely. Like I said, I do just like a lighter yoga, or I do that sequence that I've linked in a video below. And then do you adapt your nutrition routine to it? I actually do. Thank you for asking that question. One thing I do for sure is I drink more water than I think I need to drink. Like this bottle is too small. I get like the big ass bottle and just like keep refilling it throughout the day. I just like, even if you have to run to the bathroom and pee every 20 minutes, like do it. Trust me, it really helps with period pain and just like your overall flow. Like I feel like it just helps with it just helps the blood flow through easier. I do like to eat comfort food, but I also like really make sure that I'm eating like nutritious food. So I like to eat salmon on my period, things like broccoli, chocolate. I love eating like dark chocolate on my period, raspberry leaf tea. I love mud water. Love mud water so much because it's like anti-inflammatory and it's also like a fraction of the caffeine of coffee. So like sometimes I don't have it currently, but when I do have mud water, I will drink that instead of coffee because caffeine, like I don't recommend drinking caffeine on your period. I do though sometimes because I just love coffee so much. But if you can like reduce the amount of coffee and then like uptake your water, I recommend that for sure. Again, I'm not a nutritionist or whatever, but I also just really make sure that I'm eating 3 meals a day. Like I'm eating regularly and like giving myself a lot of like nutritious foods, but also not limiting myself to just like quote unquote like healthy foods. Every food is healthy, first of all. Yeah, I don't limit myself and I eat whatever the fuck I want on my period, and that's my nutrition routine. I eat whatever the fuck I want any day. Doesn't matter if I'm on my period or not. Let's see if there's any more because I'm actually enjoying this a lot. Someone said, as an autistic person, I'm curious if you feel you struggle more with periods because of your autism. Definitely, like 1000%. Like I've never not been autistic, so I don't know what like neurotypical people feel on their periods. I don't think anyone like really enjoys it, but yeah, I do think that I struggle more because of the smell really bothers me. And also like just the feeling of things coming out of me, like I can physically feel it because I'm very in tune with my body. I can like physically feel myself bleeding, and that part I really hate. So again, plugging the menstrual cup, you don't feel it with the pain. Like I said, gardening has really helped. Obviously, I do still take painkillers. Raspberry leaf tea really helps. Yoga really helps. Drinking so much freaking water really helps. And just like resting, like really honestly letting your body just flop. Like just let your body flop. Let your body just do absolutely nothing. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for asking those questions. Those were like really good questions. Again, take my answers with a grain of salt. Not a medical professional. Another like fun thing that I do on my period that I've made my like periods more fun now is I actually use my period blood to fertilize my plants.
And I know that sounds really fucking psycho.
And I thought it was really psycho at first, but I started to do it and realized how rewarding it feels because I'm also like plants are my special interest, and I feel like weird about store-bought fertilizers. I don't know, like obviously they're fine, but I just feel like why not like use your period to your advantage, and like your period blood contains all the nutrients that are in store-bought plant fertilizers, guys. Your body produces fucking plant fertilizer every month, okay? I know it sounds weird, but hear me out. Hear me out. But what I do, like if you are interested in doing this, I haven't been doing it every month. I think I'll start to, but basically I empty out, again, another pro of using a menstrual cup is I empty out my menstrual cup into a little container, and then I fill up the container 2 parts water, 1 part period blood. Does that make sense? Let's say the period blood goes up to here. I would fill it twice as much up with water. And then you can either like spray it onto your plant's soil, or you can just like dump it in. But what I like to do, because it is like living matter that just came out of your body, so I do it right away. Like as soon as I get the period cup out, I fill it up with water and pour it in right away. And I also like put extra water on top to make sure that it seeps into the soil and into the roots, because you don't want to have it like sitting on top, because it'll start to like smell after a couple days if like the period blood is still sitting on top of the soil. So anyways, you want to like water it so that it gets in there. But yeah, I recently have 2 plants that were kind of like struggling, because it's like, you know, it's winter time in Canada and the days are getting shorter and there's less sunlight, and like humidity in my house has changed. So some of my plants are just kind of like adjusting to that. 2 of them recently like started losing a lot of leaves, which again it's normal. Like it's normal for plants to lose leaves, but one of them had like pests in them, and I recently just eradicated the pests, and I wanted to give it a little extra boost. So anyways, long story short, I put my period blood, and it's like the plants are doing so good. Okay, yay, 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 yay. It makes me so happy. Okay, anyways guys, that's the end of the video. I love plants. Can I show you the plant that I'm looking at throughout this whole video? This is Melody. Isn't she beautiful? She's so beautiful. She's a string of hearts, and look how long she's gotten. I've only had her for like a couple months, and she's grown like this much. Like she's so happy. Look at the top. Look at how beautiful she is. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, she is not one of the plants that got period blood, but I will give it to her now, especially since I've been talking about it around her. Yay! She's so healthy. Okay, anyways guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you want to see next on my channel. Okay, bye guys, and happy Christmas or holiday or whatever holiday you celebrate. If I don't see you before then, have a wonderful holiday season. And take care of yourself, okay? Prioritize yourself, make your boundaries. Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.